I want to welcome you today for an interview with Tom Malterre that I'm very excited about. I first met Tom when he was lecturing to a group of doctors in functional medicine at Thorne Research in the wilds of Idaho. Beautiful, beautiful. Remember, that was so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and there was
gorgeous.
such cool people there too.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought you knew so much.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I know you have all your degrees. What are your degrees?
Well, I have a Bachelor's of Science in Nutrition, Master's of Science in Nutrition, and Advanced Training from Functional Medicine. So, yeah, just a few.
Yeah. See, all of this is stuff we don't learn in medical school, by the way.
Yeah.
We have to get self-taught. We have to get whatever we get.
Yeah.
You know, we take courses.
Sure.
You've really gone to the real depths of knowledge here.
Oh,
and
I'm curious.
I just so, yeah.
I'm curious. I'm always seeking. I want to know more, you know?
And you're a really, really good writer and teacher.
Oh, wow.
And I remember your cookbook.
Yeah.
The cookbook was so beautiful. So beautifully printed, and you made food look so good, and food is really a very important part of what you do.
Oh, absolutely. But I have to give credit on that to my beautiful wife. So Allie did an amazing job with that cookbook. So yeah, thank you.
Allie is really lovely.
Isn't she though?
Yes.
Yes, she really is.
And I met her at the IFM where you
That's
were
right.
doing juicing.
Oh,
you had a
yeah.
booth.
Yep.
It was really, and I met some of your children.
Yes.
5 children.
You did, yes. Yeah. And we were running up and down the stairs and the escalator together. It was fun. It was fun.
Nice family.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And when you have a family like that, you really have to focus on food. You want you to raise your children eating right.
That's right. That's right.
And I think, you really have a mission here. I'd like you to talk about your mission.
Well, Hyla, I'm like you. I mean, I know you always beautifully talk about how you were raised in a household with a general practitioner dad who really cared about people. Mm-hmm. He really wanted to make sure that people felt good. They were healthy, they were happy, and they would use as least intervention as possible, right? So they didn't create more harm. They just felt good. They didn't feel bad.
And that was in the old days before drugs were the big thing they are now. And now we're really in trouble. We have so much chronic illness that doesn't yield to drugs.
Yeah.
And then you're really seeing this and being aware of the role of food in chronic illness.
Yep. So what I've done is I've said, I'm right there with your dad. I'm right there with you. I want to do as much as I possibly can for people. I can't believe there's so many people out there with chronic fatigue and arthritis and irritable bowel and diabetes and obesity. It's nuts. There's just too many people. So I dive into the research. I interview world-renowned experts, and I found out that the most powerful treatments are the most simple treatments. Just like you've been telling us forever. You're always like, oh my gosh, look at this simple stuff. So it is the food. It is the food. Yeah. I mean, really, if I get back to it, everybody that I've learned from, Jeff Bland and Joe Pizzorno and Alan Gaby, they all say the same thing. They say, look at the food first before you look at anything else. And you can actually change the course of someone's disease. So really, I stumbled upon doing things like the elimination diet and changing my diet when I was in school.
And this is the elimination diet.
Yeah,
I just want everyone to see this.
Yeah. So I stumbled on it at school, thank you. And the foreword's actually by Jeff Bland.
Foreword by Jeff Bland.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
I was so honored. I was like,
my hero as well as your hero.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Jeff Bland.
Yeah. Father of functional medicine, basically. So I was just like, I've been learning from him forever. So, I stumbled upon this when I was in school, and I would get these bouts of gastrointestinal upset, mood changes, joint pain, and the worst thing was, I love my mind. I love to be able to put pieces together. I love to think about things. But when I ate certain foods, it was like there was this cloud, this shield, this veil that would come over my mind, and I'd be in this grumpy mood, and I couldn't turn that brain on. I couldn't remember things. I couldn't really concentrate. It was terrible, right? And I went on this 2-week raw food diet, and all of a sudden, it was an elimination type diet, adaptation. All of a sudden, all the symptoms just completely disappeared. For that 2-week period, all of a sudden, my mind was sharper than it had been forever. I had no joint pain, no fatigue, no nothing. It was great.
You got your brain back.
I got everything back.
Wow.
And it was awesome. And so then I eat a whole wheat chapati afterwards and wrap some stuff in it, right?
And it's healthy, right? It's whole wheat, it's
exactly.
chapati.
Oh, come on.
It's not Wonder Bread.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like good, right?
That's right. And I'm just following USDA guidelines, right? Eat all your whole grains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, boom, I'm out.
You lose it.
I was out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the gas, the bloating, the nausea, the joint pain, the headaches, and the worst is the mood. I'm just like, I love to whistle. I'm like a really positive guy. I do dance parties with my kids all the time. And I'm like, you know, I shut down. I shut down. And it's such a sad thing. So when I found that, and I found like I could live at this new level of existence all the time, I was like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that for everybody. And so, you know, we started putting together all these recipes, and Allie's amazing at adapting anything for gluten-free, dairy-free,
But was
whatnot.
it just gluten for you?
It was gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, and I have lesser reactions to yeast and corn.
Oh, so those are all the main common allergens. I know in my practice.
Yeah.
I mean, here I am. I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm treating depression very often, anxiety, bipolar illness, whatever, even schizophrenia. Gluten elimination will often do the trick. And then and the others. And that's why I'm just so excited to hear you bringing this out and actually writing about it and giving courses in it, because we need it. We doctors need it. I need, even functional medicine doctors, like, I know this stuff, but for me to guide a patient through it is like, I mean, I just can't sit there and do that. You don't have the time.
You don't have the time.
So I need you, and you do it so well.
Oh,
and
well,
you've been through it.
Thank you. You know, well, that's it. That's the thing, is that I really based my clinical practice really over the last 10 years in functional medicine. It's been really looking at the basics of the 4R program, which is remove the irritants, remove the irritants, remove the irritants. And the most common irritant for people, the most common thing that's going to be behind their migraines, it's going to be behind their joint pain, will be foods. It'll be foods. The skin disorders, foods, mood disorders, as you've seen, foods oftentimes. So it's like, all right, let's see if we put this person on elimination diet, how they feel. And you're right, it's not easy. It's not easy. So I have to rely on Allie's delicious recipes, and I have to give my coaching and insights over time to people. So, you know, that's why I put together this program that goes along with this book.
Oh, your program. Tell me about your program.
Well, of course you're going to want the program. I think every functional medicine doctor is going to want the program.
I want it.
Yeah.
Now.
So, in essence, what I do is I act like a coach, right? So I introduce people prior to the program, a week before they start, and I say, hey, look, here are the pitfalls. Here are the things that are going to make it easier for you. Here's what you can talk to your friends and family about, right? These are the foods you need to start.
Oh, right, because friends and family can totally lead you astray.
Oh my gosh. They'll look at you like you've got an extra head. They'll be like you're an alien,
and
right?
they'll want to take you off course.
That's right. Yeah, they'll say like, oh, well, didn't you read that article? That gluten stuff doesn't really affect anybody. You know, nonsense, right? We know as practitioners, all that's just media blitz off of some article that's been misinterpreted, but the relatives, you know, especially if they're trained in conventional medicine, they'll say, oh, that detoxification, elimination stuff, there's no science. Yeah, right.
There's no science.
I love that. It's like,
we hear that all the time.
It's like, well, come sit in my office for a little bit and let me show you the multiple hard drives with thousands of research studies and books that I have coming back from 790 AD, right? There was one written in the US called The Elimination Diet in the 40s, right? It was fantastic. So anyway, there's plenty of data, right? And then we encourage people. We say, look, this is going to work. You just need to jump in with both feet. And I'm here to help you. I know it's going to be tough, so I'm going to remind you on webinars. And here's one of my favorite things I did in the program.
Oh, so you do. So tell me about how. So you're actually giving the program to people. It's like it's portable.
Well, yeah, it's down.
Because this is what you've been doing all along clinically.
Right.
And now you're making this available to the public.
Right.
Wow. So I'm really excited.
Yeah. Once you get the book, it's really easy. The recipes are in the book. The whole format of the program's in the book. That's great. But now what are you going to need? You're going to need somebody to say, all right, let's do this. Here's how you do this. Here's what you need in order to succeed in doing this.
Wow.
So I have these touch webinars where I talk to people a week before. I say, you know, come on, let's do this. And then the start day, and then a week into it, and then when they start reintroducing foods, another week.
Oh, that is a really big thing. And people need encouragement all along. They need to know, like, What's happening
I know.
after the first couple of days?
I know. So you know what I did? I did MP3 files of my experience on the elimination diet. So while I'm on the elimination diet,
So you're doing it with them?
Yeah. I talk to them about what my experience is and what I've seen in clinical practice over thousands of people and my own experiences over the years, what the challenges are on that day, what the joys are on that day. So, hey, everybody, welcome to day one. Here's how I'm feeling. My stomach's grumbling a little bit. I'm a little hungry, but I'll tell you what, I'm starting to feel a little lighter. I'm starting to feel clear. You know what I mean?
Right. So you're walking
The entire
them
time.
through it, and do they have a chance to talk to you as well?
Absolutely. We have a Q&A session that's made available,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah. So I send that right in the middle of the whole program experience, and I say, what are your challenges? How can I help you? Or is there a secret recipe that you need from me? And we have these adaptations, so if people want to do this autoimmune paleo, they can. If they want to do it standard, like the Institute for Functional Medicine offers, whatever they want, we're going to give them that little extra information. So I hand them sheets of hidden sources of soy, hidden sources of gluten, hidden sources of dairy. I make it easy. And Allie's put together all these, the recipes are phenomenal. I mean,
I love her recipes.
oh my gosh, right?
Wow.
Where does she come up with all this stuff?
And they're just beautiful. Her food, it's so yummy and so healthy.
Yeah.
And when you talk about food as medicine, it's really, food can be anti-medicine when it's the wrong food.
So I had to expose people to Allie. We had to.
Yeah.
You have to give it to them. So what we offer in the program too is 24 cooking instruction videos of Allie, beautiful Allie, sitting in the kitchen, right?
Wow.
With her sweet voice, talking to everybody, coaching them on how to make these foods. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's done in the kitchen. There are tulips in the background. It was filmed in the springtime. Oh, I know. It's so sweet. So people love those videos. Love the videos.
So how long is the program from start to finish?
Absolutely. Well, what we like to say is there's 2 days of preparation detox, then there are 2 weeks of eliminating the particular foods, and there are 2 months of adding foods back in. So the actual program is going to vary on the person. So if they react to a particular food, that's when we're talking about they might have, a 2-month time period or whatever. Depends on what foods they took out and didn't take out. Because some people already know. I can't eat nuts, or I can't eat eggs, or I can't eat fish. So, we have it timed based on all the foods that we remove in the program. But it may be shorter, it may be longer for some different people. So on essence, we'd like to say 2 days detox, 2 weeks taking foods out, and 2 months of adding all those foods back in and finding out what you react to.
Yeah, and that's so important, because if you don't do the challenge, the food challenge, you don't really know.
That's the thing.
What's bothering you.
That's the thing. And I tell people it's so empowering. It's like, some people go out and they get the allergy testing. And those are great, right? Those are great. They show the foods they're reacting to, but they don't associate what foods are causing what symptoms. So I really don't think people are totally convinced. And one of the worst problems is somebody will have a problem with skin rashes, for example, or they'll have problems with mood, like this aggression or depression takes them over, and they won't know that they're getting cross-contaminated with the food that irritates them, right? So if I found out it's gluten that causes that for me, right? But I go and I eat out at a restaurant and I eat something that was fried in a fryer with wheat tortillas, and I start experiencing my joint pain and I start experiencing my mood issues, I know it's gluten, right? So people will know it's the corn that's causing the rashes, so they'll know.
So they have the association because
soy,
they've actually studied. It's really using your body as a palette to really study it carefully, and you're walking them through it step by step by step. That is such a gift, because as a physician, I don't have time to do this. The skill, really, and the patience. And all the resource materials. That is awesome. So how can people get it?
Well, it's really easy, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to offer this online. So pay attention to your inbox, right? And we'll allow people access to the program. They buy the book. They show their receipt online to us. They'll have access to this through the email feed. And then we offer the program to them. And we say, great, let's support the book. Let's support your success via this program, right? It's normally something like this. If I were to coach people, it'd be, gosh, I don't know, $300 an hour. So I'm going to be giving these 4 initial webinars and 1 follow-up webinar. I'm going to give a Q&A session. Something like this would probably normally cost, I don't know, $697 or something to access me, and then to access Allie's instruction videos and all this kind of stuff. So we really just want people to succeed, honestly, Hyla. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of people telling me, I've got this laundry list of medications I'm on. I can't, you know what the sweetest thing is in clinical practice? Oh my God, it breaks my heart. People will come in and they have these autoimmune diseases, they'll have this migraine, they'll have whatever it is they have, and they'll say, the only reason why I want to get better is so I can serve people again. I can help people again. I want to help my kids. I want to help my neighbor who's sick. I want to serve, you know? So really, this is one of the most powerful tools to get people back in the game of this planet. This planet needs more sharp, healthy people so we can fight some of the huge issues we have going on right now. Yeah. So I'm done. I mean, I want people to feel better.
Well, that's awesome. So when people order the book and show proof of purchase, they get the program?
No, it's $97 actually to upgrade to the program, but we're going to have resources. We're going to give away cooking books, shopping guides. We're going to give away some of the adaptations for people who have different dietary needs. There's going to be these lists on our site. Well, there are lists on our site right now, waiting for people that have gluten, dairy, soy, you know, all the hidden things that they have to look for. So whatever you are going to come up with as a challenge when you're going through this diet, we've thought of, and we want to provide those details for
and
you.
Whatever you didn't cover, or people are still concerned about or have questions about, they can ask you.
Absolutely, Q&A, yeah.
Well, that is brilliant. It's only $97?
$97, yeah.
Wow, yeah. That is really a deal. To turn your health around.
You've tried to put people on these programs for a long time.
I know. It's one thing. I mean, the book is awesome. It is a beautiful book. It's really well done.
Oh, thank you.
And people need to be guided through. They need to be handheld, spoon-fed, literally.
Right.
It's just human nature.
It is.
We're busy. We're distracted.
Absolutely.
Being able to have a program where you're actually accountable to yourself, really accountable to yourself, but it's a program guiding you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you cover all the pitfalls, like the relatives telling you it's silly and all the other stuff.
That's the worst.
So I just encourage everyone. This is like the deal of the century, and just do it. You're gonna have aches and pains that disappear that you never thought were due to food.
It's true.
You'll really surprise yourself. All of a sudden, energy, thinking more clearly.
Yeah.
The aches and pains are gone.
Yeah.
And
bowels calm down. Yeah.
It's a real surprise. And then you start to challenge yourself. Whoa. Yeah. All the bad stuff starts to come back, and you know where it came from.
It's such powerful information.
This is good.
Really, yeah.
Tom,
Hyla,
bless you. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Oh, I'm happy to help. You know, really, when you have 5 kids, you really realize that this life is not yours. You're here to serve others. You know?
Absolutely. That's beautiful.
I'm just happy to help.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
my
you,
pleasure.
Tom.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And I really wish you well with this, because it's making such an important contribution to humanity.
Oh, thanks, Hyla. I appreciate it.
Thanks, sweetie.
Yeah.